Yeah, so let's talk about Temple. First of all, shout out to TU.
Yeah.
How was your experience there?
Well, I'm pretty certain that the kids are having a better experience than I had.
Oh, really?
I mean, look at the school now.
Oh,
It's beautiful compared to when I went.
I feel like that's everybody's college. Like even my school,
Yeah.
I don't even recognize it. Half the buildings are only like 5 years old. You know?
It's truly wild because when I was there, Morgan Hall, which is the new high rise that's there, the residence wasn't there. The first new residence that they built there was the Edge, which was on Montgomery, and really the movie theater, the Avenue of the Art, like the movie theater was there.
Right.
And my dorm room was cement floors, cement ceilings, cement walls, and a twin-size bed.
Okay.
So some might say that was a very sad dorm.
Right.
But that was like my kind of exposure into living outside of my parents' house, right?
Right.
So I'm in a little gray box now, but it was tremendous. I met some of my closest friends there.
Okay.
One of which I actually married. I married them a year ago.
Oh,
so
wow.
it's one of those things where Temple it's also one of the most diverse schools as well.
That is true.
Because if you look at the breakdown, they have people coming from all over the country, all over the world, and it was nice to kind of start seeing other people outside of kind of the bubble that I came from in New Jersey.
Right. Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. Yeah, Temple is a great school. My sister actually went there, so I've been there plenty of times, and like half my friends are from Temple. Obviously, being from Philadelphia, that's just natural. It's one of the bigger schools in the area. So, yeah, shout out to Temple University. So then, let's talk about this architectural program. So you graduated with an architectural degree.
Yeah.
Did you major in anything else or minor?
Yeah, I did. I double majored in architecture and marketing.
Okay.
Halfway through my architecture curriculum, I realized maybe I made a mistake with architecture. Because architecture is
no offense.
Absolutely no. It's me. It's definitely not them.
It's me. It's not you.
Yeah. So the program at Temple with the architecture school was great. I loved it. The only thing that I came to realize is that architecture, in the grand scheme of things, is a form of art, and art is incredibly subjective. Some people love your art, and a lot of other people hate your art. It just kind of depends on taste.
Right.
So when you're talking about art in the physical space, sometimes what I was trying to achieve and accomplish was, from an engineering standpoint, would never work. So as I realized, okay, this is probably not something that I want to work into my 60s, 70s, and 80s, I know I still love the idea of architecture in the physical space. So I want to get a business degree, because if I want to pivot and go into the business of development, brokerage, things like that, I can still fall back on that concept. So I ended up double majoring in marketing because, truth be told, marketing was probably the easiest curriculum from a business degree standpoint while I was tackling architecture school.
Appreciate your transparency. Appreciate your honesty.
Absolutely. So I ended up basically doubling up on all my course loads, going to summer school here in Philly as well. So I basically spent every day of my life since 2007, for the most part, in Philly, because I didn't go home for the summers. I still wanted to graduate within the 4-year program.
Okay.
So that's what I ultimately did.
Okay.
And architecture schools, at least when I went, it's usually a 5-year program.
True.
I elected for the Bachelor of Science of Architecture, which, if I wanted to continue pursuing architecture, I would have to go to a master's program to actually be able to sit for my license. But I knew I was going to do it. So 4 years was all I wanted to do.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome, man. Appreciate the breakdown. So then